Aw. Oh my God, he's so cool. Oh my God. Communicates. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Hello, everybody. Okay, June 3rd through 9th, I think it is, this week. Fun stuff in the air right now. Yay. Let's see what the cards say. Oh, okay. The masculine collective. Oh, hang on. They're wanting me to specify here. What is this? Ooh, shifts in the divine masculine twin flames. Well, soul flames are really similar to the field of twin. Should I include soul flames in that? Yeah, okay. So this is soul flames and twin flames. Okay, cool. Soul flames and twin flames are kind of in a similar vibration this week. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to look at the divine masculines first, and we'll take a look at the feminines. If you guys want me to do a particular spread on a certain issue, I know that a little while back, there's another video if you want to take a look at it for those who've been completely snubbed. I mean, if your masculine has just been like, nope, I'm going another direction, forget this. There's a video for that. And basically it reveals that they're lying, of course. So don't worry that it's unrequited love. What you should worry about, though, is their behavior and whether you really want that in your life. So choose wisely. You're not going to sit around waiting for some guy who's not showing up for you. It's summer. It's time to have fun. You could find somebody who's more mature, more ready. So don't hold out. Anyway, that's the other gist of that video. But you can watch the video. It's a great video. Anyway. Ooh, they want me. Oh, really? Seriously? Okay. All right. Okay. There's going to be some interesting information in this read. They're very talkative, so I can tell already some stuff's going to be happening here. Ooh, already what they're thinking is they want a brand new start. They want to take a risk on love again. Yay. So they're just looking for an opportunity. I heard some feminines going, the telephone works. Just give me a call. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, so it looks like some of these masculines have found out that their feminines are dating someone else. Oh. And I'm filming this early. But yeah, it looks like, whoosh. Very interesting. Very interesting. Wow. Okay, well, they're brokenhearted. Masculines are brokenhearted. Generally speaking, those in separation that are not in active communication with their feminines, their hearts are breaking. They're hurting. They're hurting and they want to make right by her. They think she's amazing. She's incredible. She's like the perfect woman. I mean, some of these girls are being idealized like that, but it's like they really do feel like they've really embodied all four queens, you know, and they're wanting to reconcile. They're wanting to have justice in this situation. Some of them are getting a divorce so that they can have a new beginning. Some of them are breaking up with their karmics, obviously, still. They didn't break up last week. They're breaking up this week, I guess. They really want to make the situation right. They want to bring justice to the situation. They want to balance out the scales. It may feel like some of them, there's something having to do with spirituality and or passion. There's a lot of sexual energy going on right now. And it feels like, I feel like passion-filled moments, like real, like big epiphanies and realizations that bring them to like a passionate emotional expression of their love. That's what I'm feeling. And it could have something to do with having some kind of an epiphany about spirituality or about sexuality. But they want a new beginning. They want to, oh, I just saw him kneeling down to her on her throne like that, like kneeling down beside her to be like, what do I do to make this up to you? How can I make this right? I am so sorry. I'm heartbroken. I know I've broken your heart. What can I do to make amends? Wow, that's some beautiful energy. Oh my gosh, and underneath it, I love you. You are my true love. He's touching her. I love that. I only noticed that like, I think a month ago, I saw that he was reaching out and touching her like that. And I feel like he just wants to really express to her how deeply he feels. He wants to stop vacillating back and forth. You know, do I build a foundation and hold on to her right now, or and it might involve a road trip or some kind of trip. So do I hold on to her now, or do I continue to be stubborn? And I think he's deciding he's going to come out of it and take a risk. Yeah, I kind of feel like part of that vacillating and that stubbornness comes from, see those waves back there? That's how he's feeling emotionally, like, oh shit, like that ship is like, whoa, I'm getting sick. Whoa, I'm getting sick. So it's like, that's made him be stubborn, maybe even put you in the friend zone before or something like that, like just push you away, because he's like going through these major upheavals in his emotions and hasn't known what to do with it. But now he's balancing out, willing to take this risk. I just realized my clothes kind of look like the Fool. We match. That's funny. So, yeah, the sun is shining and he's happy and he's like, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to take a chance. He's feeling passion in his heart. You know, he's looking out at the horizon. He's been looking for an opportunity for a long time. Oh, but he's had an epiphany. He's had an idea. This is an inspired, passionate idea that's going to take him out of feeling like a victim. You know, maybe she has started dating, or maybe he's afraid she might, or something's going on there where that's making him feel victimized and like something's happened that feels unjust. But he's overcoming that because he knows his ultimate truth. He wants his beginning and he's feeling passionate about that. And he's like, I know what I'm going to do. And it may involve a road trip. It may involve letting go financially. Maybe he was holding on to his job, and maybe now he's like, let the job go to go somewhere closer to her, to be with her, to take a risk on a new beginning. So he's been looking for an opportunity near you. Oh my gosh, that's his idea. If I find an opportunity near her, I'm going to break out of being a victim and I can stand in my power. This is also, it feels like a man. I mean, it's like erect, right? So it's like, it's also him being a man, like feeling like no longer like emasculated by karmics of the past, like feeling victimized by them. But he knows going on this new adventure he's willing to take a risk on, he's going to feel like a man. Look at that. He's inspired. He's super inspired. Some of the things that come in my head, I'm not expressing. Okay. He is determined. He's faithful. Obviously, this isn't the snubbers. But I mean, actually, it could be, because sometimes I see that they're faithful to you, even though they're with a karmic person, and they're not having sex with them because they're thinking about you. So, but he wants the end of a difficult period. This is in his, where are we? Okay, this is in his actions. So he's doing what he can to close up that cycle based on his determination and his his focus. It's like he is confident. He knows what he wants. And he's going to get it. He is done with that cycle in his life, that painful cycle where he's been lying to himself, deceiving himself, betraying himself, stabbing you in the back, leaving you left for dead, leaving himself, his very self. When he hurts you, he's hurting himself, and he's kind of tired of it. It's like, he's like laying there. Could someone come along and take these swords out, please? And also, I feel like he got beat up really bad by that karmic. She put all those swords in him. You know what those swords represent? Truth, clarity, communication, maybe all the above. But straight up, look at how straight those are. She gave it to him straight up, and it was not, it hurt. It hurt pretty bad. So he wants to begin a new life, to go from this hell that he just went through into busting out, being naked, not caring, just being himself. And he may even be aware that he has spirit animals that are helping him. Spirit animals have been coming up lately. See all those little animals around? So maybe he's becoming more intuitive. He's listening. Look, he's stripped in. Well, I say he because it's like the masculine we're talking about here, but this is a feminine. It's a receptive energy. It's like, I'm receptive. And here's the purple again for like, to represent maybe spirituality. So maybe this is just a friggin' full on like brand new life that he's been contemplating for some time, because he's been looking for that opportunity. He's really been assessing for a very long time, you guys. He's really been thinking this through, and he wants to create a brand new life where things are a lot more carefree and easygoing and peaceful, and where he can really just kind of relax and be himself. And you want that too, don't you? I mean, you guys both want this world. And what I love about the world too is it's like anything is possible. You can seriously, you guys could daydream your way into your new life just by manifesting through visualization. So be thinking about what you want this new life to look like. Even make a list of what kind of job is it going to be? What kind of people you're going to work with? How are you going to feel about your job? How are you going to come home and talk about your job with your partner? What kind of dinners you guys going to make? What kind of places you guys going to go? What kind of vacations? What kind of food? What kind of cars? What kind of houses? And you guys can really manifest that by doing some daydreaming. This is also a travel card, so maybe you guys are thinking of traveling the world or taking a trip together, or oh my gosh, that's so funny. I just had Delta Sky Miles jump in my head. Use your Delta Sky Miles and go on the trip with your person. Okay. He wants to quickly bring justice to the situation. He's thinking there's a third party, or maybe knows there's a third party. And he's wanting to come in and look at the arrows flying at the third party. It's like, no. It's like, look at him. I'm covering the finger of where the third party is. Like this. He wants to come in and like let it just be the two of them again. He's like, I feel all this like sorry energy, and like, God, I'm sorry I let it go this far to where I'm having to come in and try to throw all these spears at this other person that you might be with. But it's like, I gotta say something. I gotta do something. So this is making things happen very quickly, climbing up the ladder very quickly too. So if you were down here with your feminine, you're like, blah, 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 I want up to the top. I want above this person. I want above that third party person. And I've done a lot of reflecting. I've gotten past my fears and insecurities. I've gotten into my power. I now feel like I'm a good, perfect match for her. I'm no longer being Mr. Eeyore. I'm not feeling sorry for myself, feeling like I don't deserve her. Why doesn't she just go find someone else? She's going to anyway. He's not feeling sorry for himself anymore. He's coming out of that victim mentality, stepping into his power. And guess what? He's taking the lead. He's throwing those suckers, and he's throwing them with precision. And his intention is to knock out that third party knock out the third party. I feel like he's even past his third party situation with this. Now he's just been working on his fears and insecurities and licking, he's been licking his wounds for a while, and now he's ready to fly forward. He's starting to look more soul flamey. The twin flame is starting to look a little more soul flamey, like ready to go to the next level quickly. Like, that competition energy. Yeah. This card is about mental conflict, but if you look at the picture, it looks like he's like, yeah, you better be walking away. She's mine. She's been mine. I've just been kind of an idiot, making really bad decisions. But now I'm ready, and I'm the one for her, and I know it, and you guys better walk away. Just lay down those swords. And I don't want to see you walk back. It's like he keeps looking back there. Are they really gone? Okay. Just making sure. They better just keep walking. They're not totally gone. Look at those two. You can still see them pretty plainly. But he's just going to keep watching just to make sure. He's feeling really conflicted as to whether he can even do this. Can he stave them off? Can he keep them away? Is he man enough? Is he in his emperor power enough that he can keep them at bay? He is stepping into his power, and he's feeling more confident that he can be that man for her. He's dressed in green, so in red. So that's passion. He's stepping it up in a passionate way. And with that heart energy, with that green, he knows it's going to take passion and totally exposing his heart to beat those guys out who were just about a new beginning. They had a little heart and passion energy too, but they really were just looking for a new beginning. Maybe a creative spark. Maybe she was just being used as a muse. And I say she, could be he or she, obviously, but the divine feminine energy. And he's like all about the passion and the heart healing that the two of them, he knows that they'll share. Also, it looks like he's got two swords. He's holding two swords. So 2 of swords represents, I just got that it's both of their swords. It's the feminine swords being the queen of swords, and it's the king of swords sword. He's holding the swords of both the king and the queen of swords, meaning he knows that through expressing his heart and his passion, the two of them is expressing very honestly and straight up, is going to be what it takes. And he's holding them closely. Those are the ones he's holding, over his shoulder. 2 of swords also means making major decisions based on your intuition. And that's what he's doing. Making huge life decisions based on what this guy just this week, he feels so adamant, just really adamant in his power. Oh, that's funny. He's really clear. He's really clear that he wants to create balance in the situation. He wants to create, this is a card about like totally trusting in divine timing, trusting in the angels. It's kind of like that intuitive moment that he had making a major decision was just like based on him feeling like, you know what, I feel like the angels support me, or God, or whatever. It's like, I feel like I'm being supported. And I know that we're going to be sharing finally. And this is also, it's a really relaxing card if you look at it. It's kind of like there's not really anything to worry about. And, this is also the masculines feeling like they're more powerful if they can just stay in the moment. So they're going to be communicating with her from this place of clarity and this place of peace. There's a degree of surrender there. Like if she doesn't choose me, I guess I'll be all right with it. But I want us to be on the same page. I want us to be like in a good place with each other through communication, maybe through some, he has such clarity now. I feel like he could actually just sit down and just tell you what's up, like, and be real honest about everything. Like having a real heart to heart that's going to make you guys feel more comfortable, feel, better about everything that's happened. It's going to resolve some things. So he has been afraid of failure like this whole time. That's been one of the reasons that he's been kind of scared to reach out. He hasn't felt ready. He's felt kind of like insecure. He's felt kind of ill-equipped. Unless I have X amount of dollars in my savings account, unless I have the most extraordinary job, unless I have like all my ducks in a row, unless the karmic isn't even contacting me anymore, unless, then I'm not worthy of this connection. So I'm not even going to make an attempt. I'm just going to kind of hide in the bushes and watch her for a while. But now he's not procrastinating on that anymore. He's not procrastinating on that anymore. He is, even if this could also be him like leaving that job. He's like just making major decisions for other things to fall away to the wayside, because now he's feeling more grounded and secure and confident in himself, and he's not playing mind games anymore. He's ready to move past the mind games. And he's now feeling like he's got the Midas touch. He's like, I made that building come down. I did that myself. I made the decision. I'm moving. It's like he took his power back big time. And now he's thinking he's husband material. He's like, forget that little boy feel. No, I really know what it feels like to be a man and make things happen. And he's doing it. But at the same time, there is a degree or a feeling of him being okay if he's not the one chosen. He's going to be completely heartbroken. Again, the heartbreak was at the bottom of the deck, but he has a lot of respect for her, and and he knows what he's done to her. So he's like, well, guess this is just karma kicking me in the ass. So he's willing to take a step back, but he is definitely going to make a very, very valiant attempt to win her heart. Can he be trusted for the long haul? Is he going to continue to like come forward and then back off and then come forward, then back off and be inconsistent? That's the thing the feminines have to wonder about. He hasn't been consistent so far. It takes a certain degree of maturity to be able to stick with it and communicate things out. Got to be good. You got to be willing to learn how to be a good communicator. That's funny, the communication card. But it's really about taking personal responsibility. It's about like not reading into things, but saying that, there's a little glitch in the matrix right now for me. Here's what I'm feeling, or here's what I'm thinking, like working together as a team instead of being offended, like easily offended and attacking each other, reading into things. If you're not ready, you're not going to be able to make it work. You can't. I mean, it's not like you're going to get to a point. I mean, if you're going to get your ducks in a row, get your ducks in a row in the sense that you can take personal responsibility. That's really the only thing you're going to need, because the love is already there, the passion's already there, all the key elements are there. But be able to apologize, be able to say that you were wrong, don't want to be right over being happy. You know what I mean? If you've got that, you're going to be able to make this work. And you'll be able to convince her that you deserve a chance, because she'll feel your sincerity and she will see that you can own your stuff. And that's really important. And that could win back her trust. But What was I saying? Anyway, the wishy-washiness has got to be gone. The fickleness got to be gone. The ghosting got to be gone. But if it's not time, it's not time. And you guys can just go and grow and mature, even with other people for a while. You know, just having each other in each other's lives grows and matures you. Ooh, Chariot. Okay, so just a few more shuffles and then we'll take a look at her energy. Whoa. Okay. How are the feminines feeling? How are these masculines, feminines feeling at this time? Interesting. What? What on earth? Ooh, What? This is weird energy. My heart hurts. She's heartbroken too. I feel like it's different though. Huh? Interesting. Okay, well, let's just explore. Let's just explore. The bottom of the deck is her wanting to feel victorious and triumphant in creating equality between you guys. She wants you guys to be to this point where you guys can see eye to eye, where there's no more her pouring out her love, trying to like remind you of her sometimes, even though you're always thinking about her. It's like she's like, oh, I have so many feminines. It's so funny. It cracks me up. They're like, well, I did this and I tried this and I sent this email and I did that. And I'm like, there is no code. You're not going to crack a code and all of a sudden he's going to open up and come to you. You know, I would just listen intuitively as to whether you should reach out or not. But that when they're ghosting you for a reason and they're really going through something. So you just got to trust that. Anyway, she wants to see eye to eye and feel them have victory. She wants to like parade this success in the streets and tell all her friends that were naysaying the whole time, look, I told you it was true love. I told you. And she's wanting them to be on the same page. And she's wanting to feel that relief of having that clarity of like, even if we're not going to be together, I totally know where we stand. And that makes me feel much more comfortable. I know why I've been ghosted. I know why, in the past, I know what was going on with your karmic or whatever. And I feel like I've got some resolution here. That's what she wants. She wants to just feel like it just makes sense now. It makes more sense. And that sets her mind at ease. What she's thinking about, she really, really wants this happy family. She wants a happy and comfortable retirement. She wants the long-term partner. She wants everything. She wants a house. She wants to get a house and a dog and a cat and have a husband and have the life she's always wanted. She's been waiting for this, and she thought you were it. You're the masculine. But you were very defensive for a while. And now that defensiveness against her is now turning against all these guys who are trying to throw their wands at her, trying to advance at her. So he's trying to step into his power because he's like, I know he's in his heart energy again with that green. He's in his heart energy and he knows he's like, this is my place in this world to be with her. You guys can all back off. And she's like, I think she kind of wants that to happen. I think she kind of wants him to fight for her and their future. That's interesting. She's believed, see her believing in him up there, like in her mind, has been manifesting this happy family. She wants to choose she also wants to choose the right guy and defend him, even if it's not him. But she's been believing in this for a long time with that 8 for infinity. That's a twin flame symbol. So she wants to see that come into fruition. You know, she wants to actually see that it's going to happen, but ultimately what she's trying to manifest is that happy family and to fight off anybody else that isn't going to be that. So in her heart, she wants to go through some healing, or is going through some healing. This could mean that she actually broke up with that karmic person and maybe he doesn't know. Or she has regrets that she chose the wrong person and waited around for him and he hasn't shown up. And she's trying to heal that. Maybe she waited for this twin flame for many, many, many years. And then finally she's just like, screw this. I'm done. I can't wait anymore. I thought he was my long-term person and he's not now. So I'm sitting here looking at spilled milk. It's not milk, but spilled wine or whatever that is. Spilled blood, you know, from the heartbreak. And so she's trying to heal that. And she's trying to not give herself a hard time for all the wasted years. And if not that, then she regrets maybe choosing a shorter term person. Maybe she slept with somebody. Maybe she took a bet on somebody else and that kind of flopped on her. So she's gone through a breakup and she's pulling back to kind of take a look at, you know, my masculine isn't here. So, and that other guy didn't work out. So maybe feeling a little bit of like regret about that. So she's trying to heal that. Ultimately, she wants that angel to guide her to her ultimate happy family. And she's trying to listen to her intuition and choose wisely when it comes to any kind of third party or like just this person, you know. And she's taking a look at her insecurities and fears. It's like some of these guys that are coming along may be bringing up some stuff for healing as well. Like that, you know, they're bringing up, I mean, that's what karmics do. They bring up stuff for healing. So, I mean, it could be karmics that she's been with, or it could be like, I mean, if she just slept with somebody, it would be a karmic, and that she's trying to heal that she did that. I mean, I can think of one particular feminine who kind of started sleeping around because she was just kind of sick of this whole thing. But she's trying to be in her power. She's really trying to be an independent, flourishing woman who is very much in the moment, just appreciating everything she has. She wants to be this emotionally intelligent, understanding, kind, compassionate, loving person. So she's being reflective, responsible, and she's being, she's trying to heal everything that's gone on with her twin flame. She's trying to heal anything that she might have done with some kind of karmic. She is dealing with whatever regret and things came up from that. And she's really, the good thing about moments like this is it really just like confirms for you what you truly want. You know, it just kind of makes you grow up. But I feel something also with money. I feel like she's finally starting to feel really secure in her own financial security, her own financial situation. And it's because she's been able to heal her heart and listen to her angels and their guidance. She's learning also not to give herself too hard of a time about anything that she goes through, because she knows that there's a lesson in everything. So she's trying to decide in which way, like, oh, she has mental conflict about being all in. This could be because her masculine reaches out to her. She's not quite sure she can trust him. She also is wanting to choose from her head and her heart aligned from that healed standpoint of the Queen of Cups. She's like, who do I really want to be with? And whoever that is, I want to go forward very quickly with this person. And she herself wants to cut away the guys that aren't the ones for her. So she's thinking serious here. And she's also got this big old pile of money, and she's trying to invest wisely. That's symbolically as well as with her money. Because, whoever you end up being with gets your money. In one way, shape, or form. She's like, who deserves the money? Who deserves, all this big old pile that I've accumulated for some of them? And who is telling me the truth? Who's being honest with me? Who's sharing from their heart? And let's communicate a lot. Let's go forward. I'm tired of wasting time. And I don't want to waste any energy on karmic people anymore. I realize now what I really, really, really want, and whether it's the twin flame or soul flame or soulmate or whatever it is, she's ready to go. She's going to be all in with this person, this person who is husband material. Now the masculine got this in his space, so. And he, not only does he see her as all four queens, but she's seeing herself as all four queens, and she's eliminating all the insecurities and worries that used to kind of plague her. And she's, like I said, getting lessons from these things that she's been experiencing. And she's ready for newness with this guy that could be her husband, this grounded, secure, confident man who's looking over at her. And she's like, he sees me for who I am. He gets me. He understands me. He wants a new beginning. He feels he's, marriage material. So do I. We're in our power. We look up to each other. We respect each other. We've learned how to overcome our own worries and insecurities and fears. And we're in a really good place. I think I want to do this. So this could either, something more in this. I can't quite put a finger on it, but let me see. They said it's in the cards. She just, I think some of these feminines have had a ton of choices, and I think it's just been really rough on them. And she's kind of giving herself a hard time because she held out for her masculine for so long. And maybe she's done some things that she wished she hadn't have, or maybe she's worried she's going to do some things. She was questioning her judgment, but now she's like really learning. She's learned not to. What she's learning about herself is that before, when she would make a mistake, she might dwell on it for a long time and give herself a really hard time. Now she forgives herself just like that, and she's like, I got a great lesson out of it, and I'm moving on. And it may have not even been a mistake. It may have been a temptation for her to step into her old ways or something like that. And she was able to take a good look at it. That's the thing about purging. Purging allows you to take a look at something that you're being like it's a temptation coming back into your life. And then you taking a look at, like, say you're you used to be really in scarcity or lack mentality or something. All of a sudden you get something in the mail that kind of looks like something bad's going to happen financially or something. So that would initially like trigger you and make you kind of seize up and be afraid or something for a moment. But then, but then it's like the new her says, no, I got this. All I have to do is manifest through using affirmations, and I can get myself right out of this. This doesn't mean that I'm going back to the old me. It would be really frightened and really worried and create even more drama and bad stuff in my life. You know what I mean? They're feeling more empowered and they're realizing just how empowered they are. And it has to do with that sexuality. Remember at the very beginning, we talked about sexuality being healed and religious, spiritual stuff, whatever that means for you guys. She's not judging herself. She's not judging herself anymore. She's making some major decisions to just say what she means and go at it. And she knows the direction she wants to go in. At least she knows what she wants. She's really clear about what she wants now. She may not have gone in that direction yet, or she knows she is going to go in that direction, but she's definitely being called to it. She's been awakened in many, many ways. She's gone through some major shifts and made some major judgment calls, and she's rushing into that situation she feels is representative of a really happy long-term future for her. She's got the world in her hands. There's that world again. She knows her place in this world, and she's going off to get it. No holds barred. Like nothing's going to stop. She's awake now. And she's going toward it. And she's communicating a lot with him, or plans to. Maybe even about her going on a trip with him, or traveling to him, or even relocating to be with him. I don't know. This is some wonky energy this week. This is going to be interesting. And of course, you guys, if you're on my Instagram, then you're going to get Lighthouse alerts, I call them. It means that, like, I'm there at the Lighthouse Bookstore every Thursday through Saturday if you ever want to come see me in person. And I see patterns when I'm working there. I see, a lot of the masculines might be coming in to see me, and they're talking about all their regrets, and they're talking about their karmics and stuff like that and what they're going through. And then the next week might be that the feminines come in and they're all insecure and they're just not believing in the journey anymore. And then, so it's like, as these different reports come through, and there are a lot of synchronicities and things tied around certain things, and I do a report on it. And that's usually announced on Instagram, so you guys can kind of stay apprised of some of these energy upheavals and updates as they go along. So definitely get on my Instagram. Also, I have an 1111 Twin Flame Forum on Facebook. I also encourage you to subscribe if you liked this video. I also have a playlist called Talks About Life that could be super helpful for you. They have all kinds of great tools in there, and talks about like whether friendships are good for you, certain friendships are good for you, what to look for, how to have good, clear communication, how to be a good listener, all kinds of things, what to do when you finally go out on your first date with your masculine, what to do if you're feeling kind of persecuted, if you have friends that are saying that you're crazy for doing this and they just don't get it, or whatever. So there are lots of great talks in there to explore if you want to take a look. Anyway, have yourselves a beautiful week, and we'll talk to you. Actually, in the extended version, if you're going to be doing that, where I do a light language blessing as well. But yeah, talk to you next time. Bye.